10. Harsh truths people realize too late in life. There's a moment that hits everyone when they look back and wish they had known better, done better, lived better. It might come when you're sitting in silence, scrolling through memories, or lying awake at 2 a.m. wondering where the time went. This message is not for the faint-hearted. It is for those who want to wake up before it's too late. You see, life doesn't send warnings. It teaches through experience, often the hard way. But if you listen now, if you reflect deeply, you can skip the regret and live with clarity. Let me tell you that the tragedy isn't that people don't learn, it's that they learn too late. By the end of this speech, you won't just know the 10 harsh truths. You'll understand how to respond to them so you don't become another soul whispering, "I wish I knew this earlier." Stay with me. One of these truths might save your purpose, your peace, or your future. Time is your most valuable currency, and it's non-refundable. Most people don't realize this until their time is already gone. When you're young, you think you have forever. You procrastinate, you delay, you believe there's always tomorrow. But the truth is, every single day is a withdrawal from an account that you can't replenish. Time is the only thing you can't earn back, buy more of, or borrow from someone else. Once it's gone for good. People chase money, fame, comfort, but they treat time like it's disposable. They waste it on meaningless conversations, toxic relationships, soul-draining jobs, endless scrolling, and activities that bring no growth, no purpose, and no fulfillment. You can lose money and make it back. You can lose relationships and rebuild new ones. But time, that's the one resource that once spent is never returning. Every decision you make, every hour you give is an investment or a debt. And if you're not careful, you'll look back and wonder where it all went. The saddest words people speak are, "I wish I had started earlier," or "I wish I had more time." But why wait for regret to teach you what wisdom could have revealed earlier? People die with dreams still locked inside them, not because they weren't capable, but because they thought they had more time. The dream was always tomorrow. The goal was always someday. The step forward was always when the timing is right. But timing doesn't get right. You do. And the more you delay, the more life moves on, with or without your permission. The harsh truth is, the clock is ticking whether you acknowledge it or not. The question is not if you're spending your time, but how. You can use it to build, to grow, to serve, to learn, to love, or you can let it slip into the hands of distractions and regrets. One day, you'll trade all your money, all your success, even your comfort, just to have more time. Don't wait until then to realize how priceless it is. Live now like time is limited, because it is. Let that truth sharpen your focus, deepen your gratitude, and speed up your courage. You don't need more time. You need to stop wasting it. Most people you meet are temporary. That's a truth many only understand after experiencing deep disappointment, betrayal, or unexpected distance. We tend to walk through life believing certain people will be with us forever. Friends from childhood, early relationships, work partners, even some family members. But the reality is, not everyone is meant to stay. Some people come into your life only to play a part, teach a lesson, or serve a purpose in a specific season. And when that season is over, their role ends, no matter how tightly you try to hold on. This can be one of the hardest truths to accept because we build emotional attachments. We invest time, trust, energy, and sometimes our identity in people. We imagine a future with them, only to wake up one day and realize they've drifted away, changed, or revealed a side we didn't see before. And the pain doesn't just come from their absence, it comes from our expectations. We expected them to stay. We expected them to understand us, support us, and grow with us. But not everyone is built to go the full distance with you. Some people are bridges, not destinations. They were never meant to walk your whole journey. They were only meant to get you to the next level, show you something about yourself, or even break you enough to push you closer to your purpose. And when we fail to see this, we waste years chasing after people who were never meant to stay. We keep empty seats filled with memories, hoping they'll return, while missing out on those who are actually meant to walk with us. Letting go doesn't mean you're cold. It means you've matured. It means you understand that some goodbyes are blessings in disguise. It means you value your peace more than your attachment. It means you're done confusing presence with purpose. People leave, people change, and sometimes they simply outgrow the chapter they were written into. The key is to be grateful for what they brought and strong enough to release them when their part is done. Life moves forward. Don't stay stuck in what used to be. Let temporary people serve their purpose, then let them go. Happiness is your responsibility, not anyone else's. That's a truth that, when fully understood, can change the course of your life. Too often, people tie their happiness to someone else's actions, a partner's love, a friend's loyalty, a parent's approval, or a boss's recognition. But the moment your peace depends on someone else, you've given them power over your emotions. And people are unpredictable. They disappoint, they leave, they change. If your joy is tied to them, your inner world will constantly be at their mercy. No one is coming to fill your cup. No one is obligated to heal your past, fix your pain, or make you feel whole. That's your job. Happiness begins when you stop waiting for external circumstances to change and start changing your internal world. It's not about being positive all the time. It's about taking ownership. It's realizing you can feel hurt and still choose peace. Be alone and still feel complete. Lose something and still not lose yourself. When you take responsibility for your own happiness, you stop blaming others for your emptiness. You stop chasing people who don't see your worth. And you begin building a life where your joy isn't dependent on who stays or who leaves. It's not selfish, it's self-awares. Because if you can't make yourself happy, no one else truly can. They might bring you moments of joy, but lasting peace comes from within. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you'll stop expecting people to be your savior and start becoming your own. Success doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't pause for your feelings. It doesn't bend to your fears, and it certainly doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Life rewards action, not intention. You can have the best ideas, the biggest dreams, and the most compelling stories of why things didn't work out. But none of that matters if you don't do the work. Excuses are comfortable. They give you something to hold on to when you're afraid to fail. But comfort never built greatness. You'll meet people less talented than you, less intelligent than you, less experienced than you, and yet they're ahead, not because they had more potential, but because they didn't sit around explaining why they couldn't. They acted, they tried, they failed and tried again. Meanwhile, too many people are stuck telling themselves the same stories. It's not the right time. I wasn't given the chance. They don't understand my situation. These stories might protect your ego, but they won't build your future. Success isn't looking for who has the best excuse. It's looking for who has the most discipline, the strongest consistency, and the courage to keep going even when it's hard. You don't need perfect conditions. You need a relentless mindset, one that says, I will find a way, or I will create one. The truth is, your future self doesn't need an explanation. It needs results. So drop the excuses. They might sound valid today, but they'll become your regrets tomorrow. Success is earned, not explained. You can't please everyone, and trying to will only drain you. This truth hits hard when you realize that no matter how kind you are, how much you give, or how careful you are with your words, someone will still find a reason to criticize you, misunderstand you, or simply not like you. That's life. People see you through the lens of their own experiences, insecurities, and expectations. And if you live to satisfy them all, you'll lose yourself in the process. The more you try to please everyone, the more you dilute your identity. You start saying yes when you mean no. You tolerate disrespect to avoid conflict. You chase validation instead of purpose. And in doing so, you become exhausted, not from what you're doing, but from who you're pretending to be. The truth is, some people won't accept you no matter what you do. And that's not your failure. It's their limitation. You were not created to fit into everyone's version of what's acceptable. You were made to walk your own path, stand on your truth, and be authentic, even when it makes others uncomfortable. Peace doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being real. You owe it to yourself to stop shrinking just to fit into spaces that don't honor you. The right people will respect your boundaries, value your honesty, and support your growth. The rest, let them go. You don't need to be for everyone. You just need to be true to you. When you stop living for their approval, you start living in your power. Discipline will take you further than motivation ever will. Motivation feels good, it's inspiring, it's exciting, it gives you that initial push. But it's temporary, it comes and goes, usually when you least expect it. If you rely on motivation to carry you, you'll only show up when you feel like it. And that's not how progress is made. The truth is, the results you want are built in the moments you don't feel like showing up. But you do anyway. Discipline is the quiet force behind every lasting success. It's not flashy, it doesn't crave attention, and it doesn't wait for the perfect time. It's doing what needs to be done, whether or not you're in the mood. It's setting a standard and sticking to it, even when your emotions tell you otherwise. And it's in that consistent effort, day after day, that the real transformation happens. You'll never always feel motivated. Life will hit you with distractions, disappointments, delays, and doubt. But if you're disciplined, none of that will stop you. You'll keep showing up, you'll keep pushing, and slowly your consistency will build habits, your habits will build character, and your character will build the life you've been dreaming of. Success isn't about getting hyped up once in a while. It's about doing the hard, often boring, uncelebrated work over and over again. That's discipline. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. So stop waiting for the spark to show up. Build the fire with your actions. Let your discipline lead, and motivation will catch up. Your comfort zone is not your friend. It may feel safe, familiar, and easy, but it's also the very place where dreams go to die. Growth never happens where things are predictable. It happens in the unfamiliar. the uncomfortable, the uncertain. Yet most people spend their entire lives avoiding discomfort, not realizing they're also avoiding their potential. The comfort zone whispers lies that sound like wisdom. It says, don't take that risk, you might fail. It says, stay here where it's safe. You don't need to push that hard. But deep down, you know better. You know there's more in you. You know there's a version of yourself waiting to be unlocked. But you'll never meet that version if you keep doing what you've always done. Every dream you have exists just outside your comfort zone. That new skill you want to learn, that business you want to build, the confidence you want to gain, it's all waiting beyond the walls of fear and routine. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yes, it might feel like you're failing at first, but that's the price of growth, and it's worth it. The truth is, your comfort zone might keep you safe, but it will never make you proud. You'll never look back and feel fulfilled because you stayed where it was easy. You'll feel fulfilled because you dared to stretch, to risk, to evolve. So don't let comfort become your cage. Step out. Push yourself. Do the things that scare you, because beyond that fear is the life you were meant to live. Time is your most valuable currency, yet it's the one most people waste without even realizing it. You can always make more money, rebuild your network, or regain lost energy, but once time is gone, it's gone for good. Every second you spend is a second you'll never get back, and what you do with those seconds determines the quality of your life. The truth is, many people don't understand the value of time until it's too late. Until the opportunity has passed, the relationship has ended, or the dream has died from neglect. Time isn't just about clocks and calendars, it's about focus. It's about what you give your energy to day in and day out. It's about the distractions you allow, the people you entertain, and the goals you delay. And if you're not intentional with your time, someone else will be. The world is full of time thieves. Social media, toxic relationships, pointless arguments, endless scrolling. They don't seem dangerous in the moment, but they steal your future 1 hour at a time. If you want to build something meaningful in life, you must protect your time like your life depends on it, because it does. Your time is your life. Guard it, prioritize it. Spend it with people who pour into you, not just take from you. Use it to build, not just consume. Be ruthless with distractions and generous with discipline. Every day you're given is a blank check. Spend it wisely, because at the end of your life, it won't be your possessions you reflect on. It will be how you spent your time, and whether you lived with purpose or simply passed time. The fear of failure is one of the greatest obstacles standing between you and your dreams. Many people spend their lives paralyzed by the what-ifs, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of being judged, the fear of losing everything. But what they fail to realize is that failure is not the enemy, it's the teacher. Every great success is built on a foundation of failures. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't is simple. Successful people fail forward. They use their mistakes as stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Failure is inevitable. No matter how hard you try, how much you plan, or how skilled you become, you will face setbacks. But the key is in how you respond. You can allow failure to define you, to convince you that you're not capable, or you can embrace it as part of the journey. Failure is a test of resilience, a measure of how badly you want something. When you get knocked down, the most important thing is not whether you fail, it's whether you get back up and keep going. Most people fear the outcome more than the process. But the process is where the growth happens. It's where you learn, improve, and develop the skills that will eventually lead to success. You'll make mistakes. You'll face rejection. But every time you pick yourself back up, you get stronger. Your failures don't define you. Your ability to rise after each one does. Stop fearing failure and start using it to your advantage. Every time you fail, you get one step closer to success. Don't let fear of failure keep you from taking action. Take risks, make mistakes, and keep moving forward. Success is not about avoiding failure, it's about how you handle it. You can't change the past, but you can always change the future. One of the harshest truths people come to realize too late is that they spend far too much time dwelling on what went wrong, what they should have done differently, or what they missed out on. The past, however, is a place of learning, not living. It's a collection of lessons, but not a place to linger. Holding on to past mistakes, regrets, and missed opportunities will only keep you trapped in a cycle of frustration and resentment. The truth is, there's nothing you can do to change what's already happened, but you have total control over what you do next. Every decision you make today shapes your tomorrow. The way you respond to your past is a powerful indicator of your future. Do you choose to let it define you, or do you choose to learn from it and move forward? Every new day is an opportunity for growth, for reinvention, and for taking action toward the life you want to build. The longer you let past failures or disappointments dictate your choices, the longer it will take to create the future you desire. You have the ability to change your trajectory at any moment, but it requires intentional action. People waste years trying to fix something that's already broken. Instead, they should be focusing on the future they can still shape. Stop holding on to the mistakes that can't be erased. Start building a future where you are in control, where your actions today lead you to the success and peace you desire. The future is waiting for you to take the next step. Don't let the past keep you from stepping into it. These truths aren't meant to scare you, they're meant to wake you. Life isn't waiting, neither should you. Make peace with these truths now, and your future self will whisper. Thank you for watching.